Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Saving Miami Hurricanes rebuild here on NCAA football, college football revamped. That is right, we are back. I'm excited to get started with the first season. I do have a few pieces of notes to tell you guys before we actually get into the episode. So, episode number 1, we loaded everything up, we got everything set up, the dynasty was all ready to go, but then I realized that I loaded up the wrong roster. I had been doing some editing on another roster for maybe a potential other video. I don't know. So I had accidentally had that roster loaded, didn't realize it, and then had started on that roster. So I had to restart the whole roster, or the whole dynasty. I recreated it as exactly as I could. The only thing that has changed is the recruiting names. Those are the only guys that are different. The schedule's the exact same. The red shirts are as close as I think I could get. I'm pretty sure I got them exactly. I may have missed like one or two or forgot some, but I'm pretty sure I got everybody that I redshirted originally. The depth chart's the same. All that stuff is the same. And when I was redoing the roster, when I changed it, I actually got the current up-to-date roster. So like the Ohio State Buckeyes have Kyle McCord. Last year, or last episode, the roster I was using was the previous season. I had mentioned that, so it had like C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young and all those guys. But this time, episode number 2, when I restarted it and I changed the roster, I actually I found the actual new roster for the 2023 season. So that's what we're going to be using. I changed that. So that's the big, I guess that's technically the biggest thing that changed, is now we have that roster. So Kyle McCord's the starter at Ohio State. Everybody that is playing in college football right now is where they should be, like Sam Hartman's in Notre Dame, all that kind of stuff. So that's the big important note that I wanted to let you guys know. So if you noticed anything different with like the recruiting names, like Juice, that's not the same guy's name that you had on episode 1's recruiting board. Well, the recruiting names did change, I think. I don't think they loaded up the same. No, they wouldn't have. It would have been auto-generated every single time. So the recruiting names are going to be different, but that's not that big of a deal. We didn't even get attached to any of those guys because we didn't really even go deep into them. So it's a fresh start. Episode number 2, we're going to do week 1 in today's episode. I haven't fully decided if I want to do week by week, play every single game and do it that way, or since this is more of trying to get Miami University back to where they were in the 80s and 90s and 2000s a little bit, then maybe we should do multiple seasons here. And then at that point, maybe we should play a game here or there, like play the big games during the season, like obviously the Florida State rivalry game, if we have to play like any top 5 matchups. But other than that, just simulate some of the games. I haven't decided either way. I'm probably leaning towards the latter, so we can get through more seasons quickly than just going week by week, episode by episode, playing one game per episode. That'll just make it bogged down and feel a little bit slower, especially if you guys aren't really super into it. So I'm thinking what we're going to be doing. We'll play the big games. We're obviously going to play week 1 here against FAU because it's the first game of the series. It's the first game. We got to see the team, how they're going to play in week number 1 under new coaching. So we got to see that. But then we'll probably play, I don't know, I think there was a few big games on the schedule later down the season in conference play. But mainly we'll just kind of manage it, do a little recruiting here and there, and kind of just see how the season plays out, and then jump in and play like Florida State or play another big game on the schedule. I'm not really sure who else big names are on the schedule, but we'll see as we go forward. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing, so let me know if you think that's a good idea or if you want me to play every single game. I don't think that would be that great of an idea, but let me know what you guys think. With all that being said, I think it's time to get into the episode and we can go over a little bit more of what changed in this episode. Let's get into it. Hit that like button if you go and enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And let's get into the episode. Okay, here we are. It is week 1 of the 2023 season. And we've got ourselves FAU. As we know, the schedule's the same. I made the schedule the exact same as what we had it. The Heisman Watch, the preseason Heisman Watch, has the same names on it, except for now Gary Bryant is the Oregon receiver that's in there. But that'll obviously change once we get past week 1. And we know what we have to do. We have to rebuild this Miami, Florida team to back to where they were in the 80s and 90s. We have to bring them back to the dynasty they had. And we've got some really good players that can get it done, including our quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke. He's going to be the real captain of this team on offense and he's going to be the reason we either fail or we succeed, because it all is up to his arm and his play as a quarterback in general. So that is what we're going to be doing. You guys know the roster from last episode. We can get into a little bit of recruiting just so, and I'll go back. I won't go to the rosters or the recruiting just yet. I'll go to the rosters just to show you that we have the updated rosters. So I'll go to like Ohio State or something, or we can go to Alabama. They've got Jalen Milroe, Tyler Buckner, or Buckner, Ty Simpson, all those guys that are battling for the Alabama job that aren't that good. They're all here. If we go to Clemson, we've got Cade Klubnik. We've got Hunter Helms. Florida has Graham Mertz, Fred Mertz, Jack Miller from Ohio State. Georgia's got Carson Beck. We've got, who else is in here? LSU's got Jaden Daniels. Obviously, Meat Chicken has J.J. McCarthy. We've got, where's Notre Dame at? There's Notre Dame. Sam Hartman is here, senior redshirt. And then the Ohio State Buckeyes, Kyle McCord, starting cornerback, with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Egbuka as the 2 number 1s. They're tied for 98 overall. I'd say Harrison probably should be a 99, but I didn't make the roster, so I don't know. I could have adjusted it. We got Oklahoma quarterback Dylan Gabriel, who had a crazy game-winning drive against Texas in the Red River rivalry. That was pretty insane. And we've got, of course, General Booty, greatest name of all time. Who else is on here? Oregon's got Bo Nix. Penn State's got Drew Aller. All the guys that you expect that you've seen in college football this season are in this on these teams and stuff. So it is Quinn Ewers is here. So is Arch Manning. Arch Manning's there. So everybody that you would expect is here. Caleb Williams is going to be a problem. Hopefully he leaves for the draft. Utah's got Cameron Rising, not injured in this universe. So yeah, that's and obviously all the running backs, receivers, all that stuff is right too. So I just wanted to show you guys that I have the updated roster for 2023. All right, let's get into some recruiting. Let's do some recruiting. We are leading on this quarterback, Matthew Horton. He's the number 4 quarterback in the nation. We might as well just start off right away by offering him a scholarship. And I'm going to put, since we are probably going to need a quarterback, and he looks like he's got decent enough speed, he's got okay elusiveness, actually not great elusiveness. We could scout him a little bit more to find out some more stuff. He's got 90 throw power, though. That is nice. I like that. But I definitely want to put a little bit of points in him. So we're going to put maybe 250, 300. I'll put 300 in him for right now. We'll see where Clemson does and Florida State does. Then we've got B.J. Powers, a 6'1" outside linebacker, the number 8 outside linebacker in the country. He's a 4-star as well. We have him as the top guy. He likes all of our stuff. We're getting big bonuses. We're getting a plus 350 bonus for all the stuff because he likes all that stuff. So that's good. But he's unfortunately a little bit lower. He's kind of a bust, you could say. He's not an actual bust because he doesn't have the broken red gem, but he's leaning in that direction. He looks like he's more of a project, which isn't the worst thing in the world because we are in need of linebacker depth. So that could be a big thing. We'll offer him a scholarship and put maybe 300 points on him as well. Let's put 300 points on him. I'm not going to offer everybody a scholarship until we figure out where we stand with everybody. The number 3 tackle in the country. We're 200 points behind Florida State and Florida. Well, we're 200 points behind Florida. We are in the top half for the number 124 corner in the country. I don't know if we want to go that deep into the trenches just yet. I mean, this is only week 1. We're 970 points behind USC for the number 1 corner. I don't think we're going to be getting him. I mean, we could go heavy and try to get into the running for Clay Williams. Is he even worth it? We could scout him and see. He's got 90 acceleration. His hit power is not great at all. He doesn't hit people hard. His press is average for a freshman. We're pretty far behind. For the number 1 corner, I might put a little bit of points in him. I'll put 500 points in him. We'll see where that gets us. I don't know if it's a smart idea to do that, but we'll definitely try. We'll put 250 in Dennis Hines, number 23 pass rusher in the country. And we'll scout him a little bit further. Okay, +1 overall. He's got good hit power. Like to see it. Jason Nichols, is he worth scouting? He's probably worth scouting. I like that. And we're only in 4th on him. He's the number 6 tackle in the country. I'll put about 250. I'll put 300 in on him. We'll put 300 in on him. We got the number 2 wide receiver, the number 1 wide receiver. We've got a number 27 center, the number 1 D end. We lead on a kicker. I don't know if we need a kicker or not. I don't remember. I mean, we can always put some points in just to have them there. Let's put like 200 points in on the kicker just because. And we want to make sure that we grab a few athletes as well in this class so that we can be a little versatile and move everybody around. Let's see. We got a guard, the number 24 guard in the country. That doesn't look too bad, especially because he likes all of our program stuff. But he is lower. He drops 1 overall. He's got 72 impact block. He's probably not that amazing. We'll only put about 200 points. We're getting plus 350 on him anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. The number 2 running back and the number 1 running back are right here. We're actually closer on the number 1 running back than we are on the number 2, so we might as well put a little bit of points in on the number 1 running back. We'll put like 400 points on him, and we already have him scouted, but we can scout him a little bit further, and he actually drops to a 79. Interesting. Okay. His speed is a B. His acceleration's an 81. He looks like an interesting player. We'll keep an eye on him. The number 1 athlete in the country. What's he good at? Does he do anything? He is... We'll scout him a little bit further. So he's not a corner or a safety. He looks like a wide receiver. He's got 76 catching, 70 spectacular catch, 75 release. He looks like he's a best receiver. Or maybe a running back. I don't know where's his agility at. I don't see his agility. Oh, his agility is 79. He could be a running back, I guess. What's his build? He's 6 foot. Oh, he's a wide receiver, tight end. Okay, I didn't realize he was 6'7". He's not a running back. He's a tight end or receiver. Very tall receiver / probably tight end. I don't know what his blocking. His block shed. Oh, he's not a pass rusher, obviously. What's his like impact block and stuff? Can I see that? I don't think I can see that. No, it's not showing me like his blocking and stuff. So he's probably a tight end or receiver, I would guess. I'll put some points on him just because I'm very interested in it because he's 6'7". I'm very interested in him. So I'm going to put some points in on him. See if we can jump up into the top 5. And then we've got, there's a tight end, 6'4" tight end, Brian Jones. He likes our tradition. We'll scout him a little bit further. He's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Sorry about that, Brian. Ooh, we are pretty close to the number 12 athlete. He's a 5-star. We got a plus 290 bonus on him as well. We can go a little bit heavy in points on him. We'll put about 250 in on him, and we'll scout him a little further. He drops to a 75, but he's really fast. What is he good at? His height, he's a 6'3", 215. So he's very fast. 89 speed, 90 acceleration, 84 agility. He looks like a running back. He's probably a running back because he's got 70 carrying, 90 stiff arm, but he's got 85 throw accuracy. So he could be like a hybrid running back quarterback. I don't know. His strength isn't great, so maybe he's not a running back. I don't know. We'll have to see what his throw power is. If his throw power is in the 70s, 80s, he's probably a quarterback then. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. Eric Marks. We are in the lead on a few guys. I don't want to focus on JUCOs because obviously JUCOs are going to be older. So I'm trying to build guys up from freshmen to stardom. So we don't want to focus on, and obviously we could pull these guys pretty easily. I bet even if I offered a scholarship on one of these guys, they would accept right off the bat. Like this guy, if we offered him a scholarship, Dan Hayden, I bet he would accept right away. We could scout him. He's bad. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But we are going to put a few more points probably in on some of these other guys. Try to make some noise. We'll put some points in on this center. Maybe about 250 on him as well. What's he got in terms of stuff? He's about the same. Okay. He looks like a fine receiver, nothing too, or fine center, nothing too crazy. Jeremiah Weber, is he the #1 wide receiver? Yeah, he's the #1 receiver in the country. We're 770 points behind, but he's very fast. He looks pretty good. 6'4", 195. I might be putting some heavy points in on him. We're going to put 400 points on him. We're getting a plus 180 boost. That should definitely help us. Hopefully none of these top teams go in on him like we are. And then we could offer the #1 or the #2 center in the country. I mean, why not? We're only 160 behind, and we're getting a nice bonus. So we'll see if he's worth all the hype. He looks like he's okay. And then we've got, who else can I scout a little bit further? I can't scout anybody like that, but I can put some points in on some other players, like the #1 DN maybe, or an athlete, receiver, linebacker, running back. Obviously the tackles. It wouldn't hurt to have a safety, but I don't know if he's worth it or not. Is he worth it? He's the #57, #35. I'll put the remaining points that we have on this Matt Walker guy. Only 45, but we're getting a plus 350 boost, so should keep us ahead of Florida unless they go heavy in on him, which I don't see happening. So that's how I'm going to spread my points out for week #1. If you guys have any suggestions on guys you think maybe I should put more points in and go heavier on, let me know down below in the comments, and I will definitely adjust to that. But I think it's time to kick off this rebuild of Miami. We are trying to get them back. Can we do it? I sure as heck hope so. I think we're just going to rock with our homes, or just traditional homes. At some point, we'll rock the away alternates, or the home alternates, I guess, with the green. Maybe we'll do that against Florida State. I don't know. But we are going to rock just the traditional orange tops against Florida Atlantic. Let's get it, and hopefully we can stay. It'd be very awkward if we started this rebuild where we're trying to get Miami Hurricanes back on top. It'd be very awkward if we lost this first game. So let's not do that.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. You know the last creature to brave a hurricane. It's the ibis. And Sebastian is out, the smoke is about to come out, and the Hurricanes will storm onto the field as Miami goes for an important home victory. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
Let's head down to the coin toss. Brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting this rebuild in a sloppy weather game, but we've got our fast wide receiver, Harrell, 97 speed, and he takes us with a 25-yard return. And there we are, Juice, coaching his first game of Miami. We kicked Mario Cristobal out of the way. He's done. He's out of here. He got kicked to the curb. So now we are the new coaches, or the new coach here at Miami, and we got to try to get this team back on top of the college football world where they arguably should be. But remember, it's not going to be easy, as you can see by that first pass getting knocked down before I even got it out. So I was going to say this probably should be pretty straightforward. It's a blue blood program like Miami going up against a team not necessarily a blue blood in well, that didn't work out too well, but McCormick makes a man miss, breaks off a tackle, and gets some yards. That actually worked out better than I thought it was. But this should be a pretty straightforward game. We just simply have better talent than Florida Atlantic. Now, that doesn't always mean that we are going to win. Miami knows that full stop. But Harrell, off the hands off the hands. And I know we don't punt the football on this channel, regardless of what's. Oh God, I keep pressing it too. Okay, we are gonna punt the football. I used my timeout already. We don't normally punt the football on the channel. The only times we punt the football are in strategic situations and game-winning drives or game-winning situations, or when I press the button too many times, like I did on that play. So now we get to see the defense for the first time. Offense kind of let us down. Harrell is what I meant to say. Harrell dropped the ball. He had a first down. He did. He had a first down, but he did not get the job done. Couldn't hold on to it. He probably even had a touchdown, if we're being totally honest. I mean, he's got 97 speed, and he had one man to beat. That was behind him. So he probably had himself a touchdown. Now, I want to say, you guys have probably seen my Madden defense. That was close to a pick. You guys have seen my Madden defense, so you know how bad it is. Now, this is a very old game with a lot different mechanics. I'm not promising good defensive gameplay here, especially in that kind of situation. He slides, it's 4th and 3. I just yeeted that guy out of the way. That was crazy. We forced a slide and a 3-and-out for Florida Atlantic. I'll take it. I'll take anything that I can get, but don't come into this. You shouldn't come into this channel expecting great gameplay on either side of the football, but definitely don't come in for defensive gameplay. Good defensive gameplay, because you're not going to get it. I'll tell you that for free. Harrell can't make a man miss. He seems to be a little slower than 97 speed. I don't know, maybe his acceleration's not great, but it just seems like he's not really moving like a 97 speed receiver would move. Nobody over the top on Restrep. Okay, they do follow him after that, but I got a man wide open, middle of the field. It's Parrish Jr., and he's got himself a huge 36-yard reception. Henry Parrish Jr., Tyler Van Dyke finds him in the middle. Absolutely easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We are going to get ourselves... Oh, that was the running back. I didn't even realize. The running back wide open, Henry Parrish Jr., and he's going to get nowhere on that first carry. All right. Not great. Not great at all. We'll go with a slot drive now. We've got Young on a little comeback route. Restrepo is going to the end zone, but that's not who I'm looking at. It's mainly because I got to get the ball away. It's going to be Allen with the catch, and he's got field. A.J. Allen... 24 yards. Man, this Florida Atlantic defense is really getting some pressure on me. I'm having to get the ball away a lot sooner than I want to. I'm not really liking it. This Miami offensive line's letting me down a little bit. Little read option, handed off to Parrish Jr. He's got space, and Parrish Jr. takes it for 15 yards. This is the Miami offense we were expecting coming into this game. Just be bigger and better than Florida Atlantic. And I'm actually going to check this down to Parrish Jr., and he's got space, and he's got himself a touchdown. The first touchdown of the rebuild is Henry Parrish Jr. by way of Tyler Van Dyke. And the Miami Hurricanes are up 7-0 at home, opening week of the new era. Send this ball back. We're only playing 5-minute quarters. That seems like that's a pretty decent amount of time in an NFL or in an NCAA game. Doesn't seem like we if we need to go up to 6 or 7. I know we play 7-minute quarters in Madden, but I feel like 5, maybe if we could go up to 6 minutes, but I feel like 5 is a good one. And that's going to be Taylor. Daniel Richardson tried the read option, does not work. Taylor stops him well in the backfield. A loss of 4 on the play. Big meaty man slapping meat. And they are in 2nd and long. Handing off to the running back. He's got space. He got all that yards back and more. Larry McCammon III gets all that yardage back. It is now 3rd and 4. Should we bring a little linebacker pressure? Probably not. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be the quarterback with some time. Cloyd's right there. Good wrap up. Cloyd with the wrap up. And he's got himself a 4th and 5 situation. That is going to be another punt for Florida Atlantic. That's good defense. That's what we're trying to build. I'm trying to get back to the Ray Lewis era, the Ed Reed era, the Sean Taylor era. That type of defensive style where we hit hard and then ask questions about concussions later. That's what I'm trying to get back to with this Miami team. Ooh, I like a little play action deep out because I think Harrell with his 97 speed could be open down the field. I know Tyler Van Dyke can hit this throw. It's just got to be there. It's not. I'm going to have to get that to George. It'll get there. George with the catch. First down, Jacoby George. Good play as we almost end the first quarter here. We got about under a minute to go. We're going to run another play action. Snap it. Hand it to Parrish. I really thought that he'd stop. I misread that. That's on me. I misread that. That sucks. Okay, I think we'll just do the play that I called. Oh, no, I changed on accident. Okay, that's okay. This play's fine, too. Little stick play. Van Dyke rolling. Van Dyke rolling. I see a couple open bodies. I'm going to wait for it and find Young. Colby Young, big catch, 20 yards. I maybe could have scrambled there, but Van Dyke doesn't have the greatest amount of speed in the world. He's got enough. He can get things going, but he doesn't have blazing speed like our backup quarterback does. Jacuri, I think is his name. Jacuri something. Oh, good play. Good route from Arroyo. Elijah Arroyo, big catch. First down. And we are moving the chains. Final play of the first quarter. Final play of the first quarter. We're going to snap this, hand it to Henry Parrish, and Parrish Jr. will get 3. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Miami leads 7-0 on Florida Atlantic. Tyler Van Dyke's been good. The offensive line's held up better since that first drive. The offensive line has definitely held up a little bit better. Maybe that's a little bit more on me for getting the ball out quicker. I don't know. But I have noticed the offensive line has done a little bit better. We'll hand this to Parrish Jr. He's got space in the middle. Henry Parrish Jr. falls forward. He's maybe at the 1, maybe the 1.5. Not really too sure. And we're going to run read option again because I think Parrish Jr. has a good shot at getting in here. We're just going to hand it to him. And Parrish breaks one tackle but couldn't get the second one. Good defensive play by FAU there to stop us. I thought once we broke the first tackle, he'd be in. I don't necessarily like these curls, but I feel like they could work, and they will. Harrell with the catch. Tyler Harrell, his first touchdown of the season. Van Dyke's 8 for 10, 123 and 2 passing touchdowns. Is Miami back? It's only against FAU. I don't know, but that's another good offensive drive. We're staying consistent. We have a decent mix of run and pass, so we're doing okay so far. And the defense has done a good job of forcing some punts on FAU, as they should. It's FAU. We should be forcing punts on FAU. They shouldn't be driving the football down the field too consistently, and they haven't really been. No, I say all that, and they probably will, but we'll see. First drive after the score, and Porter Jr. does a good job. I'm not liking this Larry McCammon guy. He's kind of a little shifty. I feel like he's gonna break one for like 30. It just feels like it's on the brink, and he's gonna do it. Dean couldn't get the sack. Richardson's on the move. Cloyd will wrap him up. 3rd and 2. I thought Dean was gonna be able to wrap him up. Didn't get there in time. Richardson moves out of the pocket and is able to deliver a decent amount of yards to get it to a 4th and manageable, very manageable. 3rd and 2. It's going to be a read option play and a good tackle. Good tackle from the linebacker. I didn't see what his name was. I'm still learning the names of the team. I'm not familiar with this Miami Florida roster. I think it was oh God, why did it have to be this guy? Mauigoa? I apologize, but I think that's who it was who made the tackle. It was a huge tackle. Oh, good cutback, but no, the acceleration's not there. If he had 90+ acceleration, I would have been gone around that edge. Still a decent return, though. Parrish will hand it off. We'll get it for the first play of the drive. He gets about 3. We're not getting the yards per carry that I would like, but we're moving the football good enough. He's got 4.1 per carry. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible. It could be 3. I got a man open down the field, and I risked it. I forced it into a bad spot. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that, Juice. Forced it into a bad spot. He looked open. Don't they all? Van Dyke, I'm waiting, because I think this could be open. It's not. It's a pick. Williams intercepts Tyler Van Dyke, and he's going to return it. Van Dyke makes the play. I forced it on back-to-back throws. Figure it the F out, Juice. I really forced it on back-to-back throws. That's upsetting. Well, that's not Tyler Van Dyke's fault. That is 100% on me. And that makes me even more mad. Oh, Couch with the deflection. Incomplete pass. Good job, my guy. That was a quick throw, too. I didn't even know I had a guy over there. 2nd and 10. Oh, Harvey goes over the lineman. And that's a good tackle from the corner. Or safety. Remember, I'm still learning these positions. Or still learning these players and what positions they're playing. So it'll take me a little bit to get used to everybody. That's a running back handoff, and he's going nowhere. They're going to have to take 3 points. This defense is standing tall. Oh, they're not taking their points. I like this. I mean, you're down 2 scores on the road in week 1 against a Power 5 team. You probably should do this. I like the aggression from FAU. Try to get your points in touchdowns. 4th and 6. Are they going to try to snap it, or are they just going to try to get me off sides? Seems like they're taking a ton of time off the clock. Will they snap it? We'll find out. They do snap it with 2 on the play clock. He's going to run. Richardson's got a chance, and I missed the tackle. Richardson gets the first down and more. I was this close to getting him. I dove on accident too early. I would have wrapped him up easily, but I dove too early on accident, and it's a first down conversion for FAU. And that's what kind of throw was that? Daniel Richardson is 1 for 4 today. I don't think with any yards. I don't think he has any yards on the day. 2nd and goal. From about the 9, maybe? Oh, that's a beautiful throw. Alexander gets punched into the end zone almost. It's 3rd and goal. That was a great route. Very, very good route. Now, this could very easily be a run, or it could just as well be a pass out of this spot. It's going to be a run. Hold him. He's in. Larry McCammon III scores on our defense. And it's all because of me. Both times. I threw the pick to give them the ball in the first place, and then I missed the sack or the tackle on the quarterback on 4th down. So it's me. I told you, I warned you, don't come to this channel looking for great gameplay, because I just I gave them 7 points, basically, is how that works. I gave them 7 points. We are under a minute in the half. 14-7 is the score. I don't know where we're looking here. This might just be a little check down to Arroyo, and make a 9-yard check downs I'm fine with. Might as well if he's going to be that open. We got 2 timeouts in about 30 seconds. We got to play the sidelines if we can. Harrell to the sideline. Catch it. Out of bounds, 14 yards. Beautiful. Beautifully done by Tyler Harrell. We could call a vertical play here and try to get into field goal range. We have 3 timeouts, so we can work the middle of the field if we need to. And it looks like my boy's going to be open. Another interception. Van Dyke didn't put enough mustard on it. I pressed that as hard as I could. You trust me, I trust you. We all trust each other. Tyler Van Dyke with interception number 2. He was so open. I pressed the button as hard as I could. But Tyler Van Dyke noodle arms it. And it is an interception for FAU. Wow. And they've got 16 seconds to try to get this into a 1-score game. Well, it is our 1-score game already. I meant like get a field goal and then it's a 4-point game. And they are going to do just that. Great block on the edge. Larry McCammon. It wasn't a run play. It was a screen. But he broke it for 38 yards, and they are in field goal range just like that with 8 seconds left and 2 timeouts. The second quarter's not gone my way. That is for sure. Richardson's going to try to run. Couch with that's a fumble. We're on it. Turnover chain. Turnover chain. Harvey picks it up. Couch with the force out on Richardson. That ball was clearly out before his knee touched. And the turnover chain comes into handy for the first time this season. Couch with the huge stop on the FAU quarterback to force the fumble, and that will be the half. 14-7, a little bit tighter than I would like, but we're getting the job done for the most part. We start the third quarter with FAU having the ball, we got to keep the defensive pressure up. We've been doing a good job forcing Richardson out of the pocket. If we can just force another turnover, maybe we can make some things happen here. This FAU team is definitely not a pass-first offense, that is for sure. 4 for 7 for 53 yards. They're mainly a run-heavy team, but both the quarterback and the running back, McCammon, excuse me. He's got 7 yards and a first down. Let's see if we can get this turnover or something. We had a chance in the first quarter, if you remember. Almost got a pick, but it bounced off the hands. And that's wide open. That's Wester. LeJante Wester with 13-yard catch. That's the first time we've said his name today. He just came on a straight slant in the middle of the field. I didn't know we were playing against Michael Thomas. 4:06 to go, third quarter. Quick snap throw, little wide receiver screen action, bounces off the tackle. Kitchens can't make the play, and we've got him. Oh my God, great blocks from the. Oh my God, LeJante Wester. We hadn't said his name in the first half at all. He comes in the second half and makes 2 catches and scores a touchdown. A wide receiver screen that we couldn't figure out. We missed the initial tackle, and then great blocks down the field. Kitchens couldn't make the tackle at the end. And Wester just takes it the house. He just takes it all the way. And we are tied up at 14 here in Miami. And I am getting a little bit terrified. Okay. That's not promising from the defense there. We couldn't make anything happen against FAU's offense. 97 speed. He's got an opening. 97 speed's got to be able to break through. It doesn't feel like he's 97 speed. It honestly doesn't. He should be faster than that. You gotta break through. You just got to. He had blocks and an open lane. Tyler Van Dyke. McCormick off the hands. I know we're playing in a rainy game, but you cannot have that go off the hands. It just can't happen. You gotta catch that. You've got to catch that. I'll call the same play. These little corner routes kind of work. I'm just going to take off and run with Van Dyke. I think I can get a few yards here. Not many. Tyler Van Dyke took a major hit. I don't want to see that. That's not ideal. Having Tyler Van Dyke take that many big hits. 3rd and 6. Parrish out of the backfield. Couldn't turn it up the field quick enough. It's probably my bad. I shouldn't have thrown it there. I thought he'd have more open space than that. It didn't look like anybody was around him, if we're being honest. 4th and 2. Gotta go for this. I don't like anything here. I really don't. Van Dyke. George drops it. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. I didn't like anything. Nobody got open. There was no separation whatsoever by the receivers. Just simply no separation by anybody. A little bit disappointing from the receivers there. We have more talent. We just got to show it. Richardson barely throws that away before Taylor comes and gets him with the sack. So it's 2nd down and 10. We got to channel that defense that we had in the first half because we were doing pretty well in the first half. That's wide open. I got blocked on the initial tackle. That's a block in the back. I got blocked on I was going to hit him huge, and then I got pushed, and it stopped my animation. That's stupid, but whatever. Taylor pushing back the guard. Richardson's on the move. Taylor with the sack. That ball's out. Mauagoa couldn't get it. The offensive lineman feels like, oh my God, that offensive lineman was so fast. Chaz Neal, that felt like you trying to catch Usain Bolt. He was just bouncing around like crazy. Another strip sack, though, from this Miami defense. And Mauagoa almost had it again. 2nd and 8. Gets some pressure. He's going to try to run again. That's not going anywhere. A 3rd sack for the defense. It's Branson Dean. Brings him down. It's 3rd and 12. They are in field goal range. I think we're going to use our Branson Dean again. 3rd and 12. They're motioning the tight end again. From left to right. Richardson one-on-one. He's wide open. Davis. What are we doing? Richardson delivers an absolute dot to the receiver as he's getting hit. Was this receiver covered the entire way, or was he open? Hold on. Okay, we need to see. This is the guy. I need to see what happened here. So he's got a corner on top of him. The corner never switches his hips. He switches his hips the wrong way, and he goes to cover the guy that's in the middle because the guy that's covering him stops and runs closer, and then the corner Davis realizes that he's got a guy that he's got to cover, and he's already 10 yards behind him. And just an unbelievable throw from Richardson as he's getting hit. And the FAU, Florida Atlantic, leads by a touchdown on the road against the Miami Hurricanes. Okay, I got to get in my gamer stance now. I didn't know it was going to be so serious. I didn't know I was going to have to sweat in week 1 against FAU. But it looks like that's the kind of situation we're in, boys. Van Dyke's got to deliver. The receivers have to deliver. I know we've had some drops today. Throw that. That's wide open. That's Restrepo. Good catch. Good pass from Van Dyke. Good catch. We'll run some hurry up. Go slot under Xavier Restrepo. Nice catch. That's the first one for him, I think, today. We will look at Arroyo. Arroyo's wide open. The ball is there. Arroyo's got one man to beat. Stiff arm slips the tackle. Stays in bounds. Elijah Arroyo. Huge catch. That's what you like to see. That is what you like to see. That's how you move the football, baby. That's Miami Hurricane football. Snap this ball. Hand it to Parrish Jr. Thought I was going to have more time to run past him. I thought he was going to be blocked harder than that. 9 carries, 35 yards. This has not been the day to run. This has not been the day to run the football. That is for sure. And you'd think that a weather game like this would be a nice time to run. Parrish is open. He drops it off the hands. Henry Parrish, another drop by this Hurricane offense. I don't know what to do. I'm throwing these balls. That one was a little closer because he had guys, he could probably feel the pressure from the linebackers and corners there. And Arroyo, why not give it to Elijah Arroyo? He got us here with the catch and run, and he scores the touchdown. Van Dyke's got 3 passing touchdowns today, and they've all been pretty good passes. But we calmed the nerves of the Hurricane faithful. We've tied it back up here at home with 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. Will they kneel it or will they take it out? Wester will kneel it. 44 seconds, all tied up, and FAU's got the momentum in the ball. Well, they don't have as much momentum. We kind of cooled that off now with that touchdown. But they got a good amount of, I would say they still have the majority of the momentum, or the advantage of the momentum, even though momentum's not technically counted in this game. Or at least not visually counted like it is in Madden. 2nd and 9. They tried that wide receiver screen again. And I think it might have been Wester again they tried it with, but on the opposite side. They hand it off to McCammon, and McCammon's got a first down. Yes, he does. I told you, man, I didn't like Larry McCammon. I didn't like his vibe when we were first up against him here in the first quarter, but he's starting to become a pain, like I predicted. Can we get a little linebacker pressure? Yes, we can. It's Mawagoa. I apologize again if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he gets a huge sack on the quarterback. That's much needed as we end the third quarter. We go into the final quarter of play all tied up at 21 apiece. This has been quite the opening game. Miami Hurricanes might not be feeling so warm and fuzzy with my leadership here in week 1, but it's early. It's early doors. That's a good stop. 1 yard loss on the play. 3rd and 18. I'm liking some of these defensive players. I'm liking Mawagoa. I'm liking, obviously, Kinchins, our best player. I'm liking Dean, Branson Dean. I'm liking some of these guys. It's a screen. We couldn't get there beforehand. Got to tackle him. Wrap him up. Davis can't get him, but Kinchins, along with a couple other players, got him. 4th and 6. We forced the punt. Good job, defense. That's what we needed. He's 180 in 2 touchdowns. The whole first half, he didn't even have like 5 passes. He's killed us in the third quarter. Harrell on the return. Can't get anywhere. This man does not feel 97 speed. I'm going to have to check his acceleration. I guess I could check it now if I wanted to. What is his acceleration? Because he does not feel very fast at all. Where is he at? Tyler Harrell. He's got 94 agility, 94 acceleration. It does not feel like that. He feels slow. I don't know what it is, but he just feels slow. He does not feel like he's got speed. I'm actually going to call a stick play, and then I'm going to hot route Arroyo and make him go deep down the field, because I have a feeling he could get open. He's not going to, at least not initially. But I do have off-balance throw. Young holds on, breaks the tackle. Young's got space. And he fights forward. Colby Young, big catch. It was an off-balance throw off my back foot. I didn't want to do it like that, but that's how it happened. Tyler Van Dyke, 15 for 23, 250, 3 touchdowns. 2 picks as well, but we like to forget about those. Oh, great change of direction for Parrish, and Parrish has got open room. He had green grass, but he tripped. Henry Parrish tripped. Could not continue. He had a touchdown if he doesn't trip. He absolutely had a touchdown. Van Dyke rolling, firing, off the hands of McCormick. That's the second drop McCormick's had. Now that one is probably better that he dropped it, because we might have even lost a yard on the play. I don't even know. Maybe we would have gained like 1 or 2. But the other one, I think, was a first down that he dropped. So he might have a little bit of a drop problem. We're going to stand in the pocket, fire at Harrell. Tyler Harrell spins off the tackle and falls forward. We are at the goal line, baby. 1st and goal from the 6. Can we get in with read option? I'm going to keep it with Van Dyke. Great block. Tyler Van Dyke's in, and Miami is back on top. That was a great block from the boys. Let's go, baby. The U is back on top, 28-21, late 4th quarter against FAU. They are really making me work for this one, aren't they? This is not I said at the beginning this was going to be straightforward. It was anything but. Anything but. We've run 37 plays, 336 total yards. We've dominated FAU. They've just gotten bigger chunk plays for touchdowns. And I've thrown picks, which I shouldn't have done. It's another screen. Get out there. It's Kitchens. Kitchens with the tackle on the screen. He was not fooled a second. Shuts it down. Loss of 15 on the play. And FAU is backed up in the shadow of their own end zone. They're going to motion their tight end again. They like to do that. They like to motion the tight end from left to right. Harvey forcing him out of the pocket. Mesidor with the sack. He ran right into the waiting arms. And that's another loss for FAU. It is 3rd and 19. They are going the opposite direction. They're going one direction. It is not the right direction. It's another screen. They love these screens, but it's not going to work at all. 2-yard catch off the screen. It's 4th and 17. Do they go for it? Nah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. I thought that for a second maybe they would, because it's a 1-score game and you've got about 2 minutes to go. And arguably, you probably should have won this game, if we're being totally honest. And it's not over just yet. I mean, anything can happen unless Harrell puts it away. The nail in the coffin. Tyler Harrell takes it 33 yards. With 2:04 to go, I think this is going to be a run-heavy drive with Mr. Henry Parrish Jr. Tyler Van Dyke's done enough. He's got 3 passing touchdowns. He's got a rushing touchdown. Parrish Jr. fighting off block after block. Great run. Fantastic run. And you know what? We're going to go back to the read option. That's what scored us the touchdown on the last drive. We might as well try it again. This time the opposite side. Who are they going to read? They read both players, but Van Dyke breaks off a tackle. He's got yardage. Van Dyke made that work. I love the play, the hard play that he just gave right there, because he could have got tackled for no gain or a loss on that one, but he fought through it. And Henry Parrish will seal this game. Miami's going to win week 1. Juice's debut goes successfully, even though it was a little bit rocky there for a little bit. We were down a touchdown in this game, but we're just going to forget about all that, okay? Nobody's going to remember that. Everybody's just going to remember the final score and how dominant we looked in the 4th quarter, okay? You don't want to remember. The 3rd quarter never existed, okay? It was always 35-21. Now, I know some of these some of these Miami Hurricane fans are going to be a little bit critical that we allowed 21 points to a team like FAU. I know I would be if I was. That's how I am with Ohio State when they allow points to Western Kentucky. But that's understandable. We shouldn't have allowed 21 points. We shouldn't have allowed any points. And they spike it. They're out. They have one timeout left. I don't know why they wasted it down, especially with inches. But whatever. That's what they chose to do. I'm actually going to change this play to cover 4 here. I don't want to bring any linebacker blitzes. We need everybody in coverage. Minute 42 to go in the game. 3rd and inches. It's another screen. He's got himself a first down. We tackle him, but he's got the first down. That was a much better executed screen. They love their screens, man. That's like the 10th screen they've ran today. They love themselves some screens over at FAU. Another one. But this one's going nowhere. Loss of 15. Taylor was not fooled. He was running with him the entire way. No shot. You were getting past him there. And another spike. They still have their timeout, unless that's just glitched and they don't actually have it. I don't know. I feel like they would use it if they had it. But maybe they wouldn't. I have no idea. I'm not on their sideline. I don't know. 3rd and 15. Another screen. We're not out there this time. But Cloyd is there. Stops him after a gain of 3. It's 4th and 12. Obviously, this is 4-down territory, even though it probably should have been 4-down territory last time they were out. And they punted the football back to us. I mean, they were pretty deep in their own end zone. Or they were pretty deep in their own territory, I should say. One-on-one. He's wide. He's not one-on-one. He's wide open. Touchdown, FAU. What was the busted coverage there? LeJontay Wester is making himself a household name on the biggest stage. What happened here? Okay, so he's press coverage. He's press coverage. Who's the corner? Who's the corner on him? Who is that? Davis. Davis made the play or missed the play earlier, didn't he? He got burned on the other side of the field on that big touchdown. I'm pretty sure, unless we have 2 Davises. I don't know. But there it is, one-on-one press, and then he just lets him go. He doesn't track him. And then he's wide open. Wester is wide open. There is nobody around this man for 30 yards, maybe more. Look at this amount of space. Why can't I ever have a guy like that that's that open? Richardson easily finds him. That's just pitch and catch at that point. Look at the amount of separation. This is like 40, 50 yards of separation between Wester and the closest Hurricane defender. He easily walks in. Unbelievable. Oh, man. It's 45 seconds. Do you think they would go onside kick? I mean, they've proven that they really can't stop us other than when I make a mistake. So I'm going to line up for onside kick blocking or onside kick recovery. And they do call it. I expected them to. We're going to see if we can recover this. If we don't recover this, I'm going to be terrified. We got it. George got it. And George will take it for a nice gain. Touchdown, 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 turnover, end of half. That's how our last 5 drives have gone. And we are just going to, hopefully, get out of here with a big-time W. Hand this ball off to Parrish one time. Parrish is breaking a tackle. And they do finally use their final timeout. So they were just saving it that entire first offensive drive. All right, whatever. Interesting choice. I hope that the team in simulation plays a little bit better than how I played in this game. I played good enough to win, obviously. But I definitely could have played better. I don't know why I didn't. I haven't played NCAA for a little bit, so maybe I'm a little rusty. I don't know. Hopefully, as we get deeper into this rebuild, I'll be more dominant against teams like FAU. Now we're basically just inflating Henry Parrish's yards to get him over 100. And maybe we could punch this in one more time if we get good enough blocks. And it looks like we are. Henry Parrish Jr. inflates his stats a little bit more. And the boys are back, baby. Great blocking from the offensive line. I was a little worried. When that first drive, FAU's defensive linemen were getting in my face almost immediately. I was slightly worried that we were going to have a problem this season with pass rush, and we still might, but they really locked it down in the next couple of drives and then the rest of the game. They really locked it down. LeJontay Wester, man, he's a baller. He's real good. He's killed us. Now, to be fair, his last touchdown, he was absolutely butt naked, wide open. I could have made that catch and run. That's how much separation he had. I'm not the fastest guy in the world. And I missed the jump. It's not Madden. I tried it. I tried the Madden user interface. Oh my God, LeJohntay Wester again. He's got to have like 200 yards of the 322 that Richardson's thrown for. That's on me. That's not on the CPU or anything. I tried to user it like Madden, where you press it before the ball gets there, but you can't. I gotta remember you can't do that in NCAA. You gotta time it better. We played it in. We got XP for playing in an ESPN Classic game. This should not have been an ESPN Classic. But hey, we got the W. We can't be too mad. We can be, because we allowed 35 points to FAU, so we can be pretty mad. But we got it done when we needed to, which is, I guess, the thing the thing we should look forward to. We're 1-0, basically. And you know the best part about being 1-0? Chance to go 2-0. That's right. Mr. Urban Meyer taught me that. We got a lot of rewards, and we got the ESPN Classic. It's the #1 game ranked because that's the only game I've ever played on this. So, the #1 ESPN Classic. Let's take a look at these stats. Van Dyke went 16 for 25, 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 very, very stupid picks. I'm still upset that I threw those 2 picks. Rushing, we had 16 carries for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns for Henry Parrish. A lot of that is inflated with that final drive, especially that extra touchdown. And Van Dyke also had a rushing touchdown. Elijah Arroyo had some big... What's going on here? Hold on. Controller's doing a little bug out. What's going on here? Figure it out. I'm not even holding it. Come on. I'm glad it wasn't doing that in the game. It won't let me, it's just glitching out for some reason. I don't even know if this is the controller's problem, because it's not like doing it on, if it was broken, to be doing it on this without holding the screen. So I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. Elijah Arroyo had a huge game. He had 4 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Parrish had a touchdown early in the game. Tyler Harrell had one as well. A lot of good games, a lot of good catches, some drops. As you can see, we had 1 drop from Parrish, 1 drop from Harrell, 1 from George, and 2 from McCormick. Cam McCormick's got to figure it out. Can't be having drops like that. Defensively, we had 6 total tackles from Mauagoa. I like this guy. Francisco Mauagoa. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm not, I apologize. But he balled out today. He had a really good game. So did Corey Couch. Corey Couch really played good. So did KJ Cloyd. A lot of guys played good. Branson Dean. We had a few tackles for loss. Leonard Taylor had 3. KJ Cloyd had 2. A lot of guys had 1. We sacked the quarterback how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Mesidor, Taylor, Dean, Mauagoa, and Couch all had a sack. No picks today, even though we probably should. We had a forced fumble from Couch and Taylor, and we had a recovery from Harvey. So that is our stats on the game. A little bit closer than I would have liked. I'll say that. A little bit closer than I would have liked. That is for sure. But you know what? We got the job done in the end. We got the W. They threw for more passing yards than we did. LeJohntay Wester had 197 yards on 4 catches. We cannot get burnt like that against top competition, because we're not going to be able to come back if we do. We have a big-time upgrade on our head coach, so we'll use that to end the episode. But let me know down in the comments, do you want to see every single game, every single week, 1 by 1, or do you want to see a little bit of simulation in here to try to make it so that we can... Ben Morales, I think that's the #2 ranked running back. He committed to Alabama. That's not good. But anyway, do you want to see 1 by 1, every week, 1 game per episode every week until we get to the end of the season like that, the slow way, or a little bit sped up with like simulation of a few weeks, a little chunk of the season, play a big game here and there, definitely against Florida State, and then move on and get the season done faster? Let me know down below what you think. We did play an ESPN Classic game, so that's something. But now we got to take on number 15, Oregon State. We go on the road to them. That's going to be a tough one. We're still not ranked, but after that one, I wouldn't rank us either. Has the Heisman Watch changed? It is still the same guys. So hopefully they'll adjust this once teams break out and have better games. The Buckeyes lost. Oh my God, the Buckeyes lost to Buffalo. Why do the freaking simulations never respect the Buckeyes? Never in a million years will the Buckeyes lose to Buffalo. Whatever. Let's see. Should we focus on recruiting or should we focus on like game management stuff? I'm not really too sure. I think we should focus on recruiting. Let's do scouting one more time. It's not going to take us that long to get level. We're probably going to level up multiple times an episode, especially if we simulate. So it's not going to take us that long in the early stages, at least. But that is going to do it for the episode. We start 1-0. We have a few more scouting points or recruiting points that we can utilize for next episode. And let me know how you want to see the format. I'm thinking we probably do simulation. That's probably what I'm leaning towards. But if you have an opinion, if not, then I'll just do the simulation thing. But let me know if you have an opinion, if you would prefer one by one, episode by episode, game by game. But that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was actually a thriller. That's not what I was expecting for this game, especially against FAU, but it was a thriller. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.